Is it recording now? Recording, no? Right. So I want to know whether you have got my lecture material. Is it with you? You are planning? So, no? How can I help you? You have to have a copy.
Excuse me, sir. Sir, can you hear me? Excuse me, sir.
Can anybody give me your email address? Anybody who can say it? Who the group representative? Group rep? Just email. Just type your email address. So I'm going to send it now. So you can share it with your. Check your. Did you get it? Okay. Nice, nice.
No.
Not enough. You can share with the. Okay, now you may get a copy from her. Time. Human resource planning. So that is the term we are using throughout our series of lectures. Human resource planning short, HRP. But I told you that there are several alternative terms. Personnel planning, staff planning, human resource planning, manpower planning. But we are using the term human resource planning. So human resource planning is one of the most important primary functions of human resource planning. It's a primary function, not a secondary function. It's a basic function. This is considered as a basic function because this function has to be performed before any other functions are performed. So specifically speaking, you have to perform human planning before recruitment, before selection, before hiring, before induction, before any other expense. It doesn't mean that you can't perform those functions which we have not performed in the planning. No, you can, but it is not progressive. It's not proper. It's not effective. It's not effective. It's not successful. Right? So if you want to perform these functions professionally, so you have to follow the order. That question first. So that before many other functions are performed, you have to perform the planning. But you can perform this function after. So job analysis, we discussed about job analysis. This is the second point, right? After job analysis, the function to be performed is human resource planning. There are several learning outcomes of this session. First of all, you should understand the meaning of human resource planning. What do you mean by human resource planning? What does it mean to you? You have to have at least one definition. Okay. Then explain why human resource planning is important. What is the importance of planning? What is the significance? Right? So facts should speak, you have to have facts that we are going to talk about. So it is a process, human resource planning is a process. You may not have hands-on experience on human resource planning, but if you can follow the process of human planning, you can do a good job. So we are going to discuss 5-step process of human planning. There are 5 steps in the model that we are going to use. So if you can follow those 5 steps in the order given, so you'll be able to do a good job. Then explain causes of future HR demand and HR supply. In human resource planning, what we do is we are going to forecast future demand for HR. Future demand for HR. In other words, we are going to forecast mitigate vacancy. How many job vacancies occur? What type of job vacancies in the future? Or so forecasting is made for a particular period of time. But period of time being just 1 week, 2 weeks, 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, 1 week, 2 weeks, 1 year. Right? You can forecast. But short-term forecast are more accurate than long-term forecast. Long-term forecast are not that accurate. So these are good things. So planning can be made for short-term, medium-term, and long-term. But long-term plans and medium-term plans are not specific, not accurate. Right, so that we are supposed to discuss the process of future demand. We are going to forecast the demand for HR. How many employees and what type of employees are needed? How many employees and what type of employees are needed for next week, next 2 weeks, next month, next 3 months, next 6 months, next year, next 4 years, how many employees and what type of so we are going to decide to determine the number and the type of employees we need. So that we have to understand the demand for, so causes for demand, reasons for demand, due to what reasons vacancies occur. Like we are going to understand the process of HR demand and HR supply. Then, so we are going to having forecast demand and estimated supply. We are going to compare Demand is supply. What is the demand? What is the supply? If there is a vacancy, so we have to fill it. In order to fill that vacancy, we have to have supply. So what is the demand? What is the supply? Sometimes demand will exceed supply, sometimes supply will exceed demand. Right? So if demand exceeds supply, the situation is considered as shortage, employee shortage. Sometimes supply will exceed demand. So then there will be a surplus of employees, both cost to the organization. Surplus and shortage conditions cost to the organization a lot. There should not have shortage or surplus of employees at any given time. So if there is a surplus or shortage of employees at any given time in any organization, we think that there is no proper planning. So if planning is taking place, there should not have surplus shortage because we identified shortage in advance. We identified uncovered surplus conditions in advance so that we can take some reasons proactively, not reactively. Right? So that we can mitigate the problem. We can address shortage and surplus before they occur. Understand? So that there should not have surplus or shortage. So that we have to have some strategies. We have to have some strategies to create shortage and surplus conditions. Understand? Right. We are going to talk about strategies. Finally, we are going to discuss some of the principles that we can follow in order to human resource planning properly, professionally, efficiently, effectively. So, no principles of human resource planning. So, these are the learning outcomes. Right. Upon the completion of this session, you should be able to achieve these learning outcomes. Okay. Right. So, we'll do this session, but we want to complete the session within the day itself. Okay. Right. Okay, let's start our discussions. So what do you mean by human resource planning? Before that, tell me the meaning of plan in general. What do you mean by plan? So what is planning? Planning is so important that some say that if you fail to plan, you are planning to fail. Failure to planning means planning to fail. This is a common fact of reality. Planning is an open road to face accomplishment. I got what it is, I got the importance of planning. What do you mean by plan? What do you mean by plan? Planning is done.
Setting goals, setting goals.
Setting goals. Yes, very good. Setting goals. Planning is equal to setting goals. But that is just not the half of planning. What's the plan?
Preparing strategies.
Preparing strategies. Designing strategy. Yes, that is the second half of planning.
Unpredictable.
Yes, that is the second half of planning. Okay, so very good. So, coupled together, planning is setting goals. Planning is setting goals and deciding strategies. Deciding strategies or actions or tactics measures that should be followed in order to achieve those goals. So, planning is the process of setting goals and deciding strategies to achieve the goals strategy. That is planning in general. That is the first function in management. Right, so we have to have a plan in our personal life. When it comes to our career life, we have to have a career plan. Organize should have an organized plan. Plan is so important. So if you fail to plan, you are planning to fail. Right, so better to have a plan in black and white. Better to have a plan in black and white in case. Right, so in our personal life, we have to have a plan. So in black and white, we have to have a plan. But unfortunately, only 3% of world population is having a written plan. 3% of world population. You know what 97% are doing? The balance 97% are people are helping those 3% of people to achieve their plan. Understand? If that is what is happening around the world. So we are separating those 3% people who are listening to plans that you are planning. Right. So we are supposed to talk about human resource plan. What is human resource plan? Human resource plan is also process. Process of what? Human resource plan is the process of determining future employee needs. Future employee needs. What is future employee needs? The number and type of employees we need. Right. How many employees and what type of employees are needed for next week, next 2 weeks, next month, next 3 months, next 6 months, next year, etc. How many management assistants are needed for next month? How many sales representatives are needed for next 6 months? How many engineers are needed for next year? How many production assistants are needed for next 6 months? So it is all about, so knowing the number and the type of the employees. So we need them. Any employee is happy to know the number and the type of the employees they need. You can know the way can go as well. Understand? Right. So that any employee wants to know the number and the types of the vehicles that may occur in time to come. So that the employee can take decisions proactively. Otherwise, decisions are to be taken reactively. Reactive decision is costly. Like it's all about taking actions. So after the problem occurs. So if you can take action before the problem occurs, so it is advantageous. So that able to planning is a process of determining or deciding number and the type of the employees we need. So it is a process of determining so human resource needs and deciding steps or strategies that should be followed in order to achieve those needs. So how many employees and what type of employees are needed in the future? And what type of actions, what are the strategies that we should follow in order to meet those needs? Understand? So that is human resource planning. Right, so that human resource planning can be defined as a process of, yes, process of determining future employee needs and deciding steps or strategies to achieve those needs for the purpose of accomplishing organized goals and objectives. So whatever concept we perform, those concepts will be aligned with achievement of business goals, organized goals, strategic goals. Otherwise, the planning will not support. Okay, so planning will. What is the final purpose of human resource planning? What is the main purpose of human resource planning? Final purpose of human resource planning is to prepare the management or to prepare the organization to get right people at the right time for the right job. That is the main purpose. The main purpose of human resource planning is to prepare the management or to prepare the organization to get right people at the right time for the right job. Okay, so that if human resource planning is taking place, so there should have right people doing right job at any given time. If there are no right people doing right job at a particular time, it means that there is no proper planning. Understand? So due to human resource planning, there should not have shortage of employees or surplus of employees. If there is a shortage of employee or surplus of employees at any given time, it means that there is no proper planning. Think about your organization. I don't know whether your organization performs the function of human resource planning. Right? So think whether there are some surplus of employees or shortage of employees in the organization. If there is a surplus, if there is a shortage of employees, it means that there is no proper planning. Understand? Right, so I think it is not in your hand, but we have to take it down. So the main purpose, final purpose of human planning. The final purpose of human planning, final purpose of human planning, the final purpose of human resource planning is to prepare the management. The prime purpose of human resource planning is to prepare the management or the organization, the management of the organization to get right people at the right time, right? The right job, the right job. Right job. Therefore, due to human resource planning, there should have right people doing right jobs, doing the right job. At any given time. At any given time. And if there are no right people, there are no right people. There are no right people doing right jobs. Doing right jobs. At any particular time. At any particular time. It means there's no proper planning. There's no proper planning. In short, due to the human resource planning, in short, due to human resource planning, there should not have shortage of employees. There should not have shortage of employees or surplus of employees. Surplus of employees at any given time. Okay, that means there is a surplus of shortage, immediate action for it. So I think we will discuss the reasons for human resource planning. Reasons for human resource planning. Why planning is so important? How can we say that human resource planning is so significant? Human resource planning is so significant, or human resource planning is so important because there are 5 reasons. There are 5 reasons for human resource planning. What are they? The first one is to determine future employee needs. Think about your organization. Doesn't your employer right to know the number and right from the employee he needs or she needs? In that one, everybody, irrespective of its law, the employee is happy to know the number and right of the employee they need in time to come, the future. So that they can take human productivity. So that human resource planning is so important. Through human resource planning, so human resource organization can understand the number and the type of the employees or human resource need the future. Okay, so these are the first reason. The second one is to utilize human resource more efficiently and effectively. In order to utilize human resource more efficiently and effectively, so human resource planning is so important. What do you mean by efficient and effective utilization of human resource? In order to business work. Can you give me one technical term? Efficient and effective utilization of human resources in order to achieve the organization work. What is that? Can you suggest one technical term? Efficient and effective utilization of human resources in order to achieve business growth. What is that? Yes, that is. That is. That is efficient and effective utilization of human resources in order to achieve organized goal. Is human planning is, so we define it as the process of determining business for needs and deciding strategy. It is utilizing of human resources. Efficiently and effective. And efficient and effective utilizing human resources in order to achieve business goal is called as human resource, human management. So in order to manage human resources, you understood that there are several functions to be performed. There are several functions. Right? In order to perform almost all these functions, human resource planning is so important. Planning helps to perform many other functions. For example, next function to be discussed is recruitment. Recruitment is all about finding and attracting suitably qualified applicants for the job which are vacant. If there is a vacancy, we have to fill. In order to fill, we have to hire. In order to hire, we have to select. In order to select, there should have set of applicants. Understand? We have to have pool of applicants. From that pool, we make the choice. Right? So that we have to create a pool of applicants. So that is what is called recruitment. In order to perform recruitment, so we have to have a rigorous plan. If you do not have a rigorous plan, you can't recruit. Recruitment is finding and attracting suitably qualified applicants for the jobs which are vacant. How can you attract if you do not know what type of employees you need? How can you attract if you do not know the number and the type of the employees you need? First of all, you should understand what type of employees you have to have. If you do not know the type of, how can you attract? On the other hand, you should understand the number. So depending on the number, the recruitment strategy also gets changed. So what is the most widely used recruitment method? We are going to talk about recruitment. So next week, for the time you tell me what is the most popular method of recruitment? Huh? Interviewing is the most popular method of selection. That is the method of selection. So I am referring to recruitment. So recruitment has to be performed before selection. So in order to say we have the pool of applicants, we have to get application. Right. So that we have to create a pool of applicants. So that is recruitment. So what is the most commonly used, widely used still? Widely used method of recruitment. Advertisement is still is the popular. Right? So what will be the cost of newspaper advertisement? 4,000 rupees newspaper advertisement in a weekend newspaper. What will be the cost? How is the cost? Are you there? Nearly 300,000 to 400,000. Maybe it has a wide certificate to be considered. Right. So tell me whether if you are going to put a newspaper advertisement, so you want to fill a job vacancy for the post of laborer. You have to have only one vacancy, laborer. Are you going to put a newspaper advertisement to get classification for the post of laborer? No, it is not economical. It is not that right. Understand? So rather than putting a newspaper advertisement, you can ask your current employees to bring the one more today. They will pick a good one. Understand? Right. So, but suppose that you are going for mega expansion, you need 200 laborers. In that case, what are you going to do? Are you going to ask your current employees to bring 200 laborers? If it is possible? No. In that case, publishing in a newspaper is a good strategy. We can put a newspaper advertisement. All is costly. All it cost is learning. Right. So that in order to decide the method of recruitment, don't you need the number and the type of employees? Understand? Right. Suppose that one particular organization needs fully qualified chartered accountant. If the organization pays a poster around the corporate wall, calling for the application for the post of accountant, only one position. But we may resort to a full-page organizational application because we have to do wide publicity, sometimes nationwide publicity in order to do that. Understand? So that in order to recruit, we have to understand the nature of the job vacancy and number of vacancies. Without knowing it, can we do it? Okay. So that in order to perform recruitment function, so we have to plan. Without planning, we can do it. It may not. So problem. So in order to select selection function, after recruitment selection function. So can you select most appropriate applicants or candidates if you do not know the type and the number you need? Can you do it? No. So as mentioned that the most popular widely used method of selection is interview. Although you are going to use interview, you will not be able to select the most appropriate applicant if you do not know the number and type of employee. What type of employees you need? How many employees? For example, one of the company recently concluded their election having selected 5 management training. They have selected management training. Now selection process is over. But upon the completion of selection process, the organization understood that they needed not 5 but 10. They needed 10, not 5, but they have selected only 5. Is the selection process a success? Is it a success? How can it be success? So it has selected only 5 in place of 10. Understand? So the selection cannot be performed if you do not have a plan. Understand? So likewise, so if we do not have a plan, we will not be able to, so perform in a platform. Right. Then third, to control employee cost. Employee cost, we can control employee cost to a greater extent if we have a plan. Suppose that there is a organization and it's financially sound. So whenever job vacancy occurs, so they don't have a plan, even planning. Whenever the vacancy occurs, they try to recruit by using job advertisement. Okay, if job vacancy occurs today, so they are going to publish job advertisement. So in a weekend newspaper. So it's assume that 300,000, right, for advertisement. So after 2 weeks time, again another job vacancy occurs. Then again another advertisement. After 1 month time, again another advertisement. Right? After 3 months time, so we understand that one of our production managers is going to retire. Again another advertisement. After 6 months time, again another. So that within 6 months, how many advertisements? Within 6 months. So what will cost? So it may be so 1.5 million. But if you can understand all your vacancy that may occur within 6 months, we can publish only one advertisement point for the vacancy over the job vacancy. To what extent can we save government money? Right? So if we have a plan, so we can save our advertising cost to a great extent. Understand? Right. So that to control employee cost, so even planning is very important. To develop high talent employees, we know that high talent employees are scarce. You will not be able to recruit, select and hire as you want. It's like we are buying products software. It takes time, lead time is so long, right? But if you have a plan, you resource planning, you can develop them within the organization. For example, particular organization engage in development planning and understand that the organization needs 10 assistant managers, not today, but in 2 years' time. 2 years' time, the organization needs 10 assistant managers. Organization going for mega expense. But organization understand that at the time they want extra managers, so they will not be able to hire them as they want. So lead time is so long. So that now they can start developing them within the organization. Today they can hire, so recruit, select and hire 10 management trainees and can be trained to become assistant managers in 2 years' time. Because they have enough time. Understand? So at the end of the second year, we have 10 assistant managers. One of the organization needs to get the service of a fully qualified chartered accountant, not today, in 2 years' time. But at the time they won't hire, it will not be that easy. So these type of professionals are here. So it is costly in the other hand. The time is so high. But if they understand fully that they need the service of the accountant 2 years' time, now today they can start developing them in the organization. There may be some time already qualified accountant working for the organization. So why would organization encourage them to be fully qualified? So organization can encourage, motivate, they can pay for their tuition fee, registration fee, exam fee, and give study leave, right? So they have to inform that there will be vacancy, will be able to give it, so why don't you complete it? It has time, 2 years time, understand? So high talent employees can be developed if there is a plan. Understood? Finally, to formulate and implement strategic plan. What is the strategic plan? What do you mean by strategic plan? Yes, long-term critical plan that directly impact on the achievement of business goals. Long-term plan. For example, penetrate into a new market is a strategic plan. Producing a new product is a strategic plan. Closing down. What's happening? What is happening? Hello, online participants. Have got any problem? Hello? You have got a noise. Hello, are you with us?
Yes, sir.
Hello?
Yes.
Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Right, okay, so if there's any problem, do not hesitate. We got a sound from you. Don't know why. Right. Okay, do you understand what we discussed? Is it clear? So one of
Not-
the member requested to use a column mic, so I have already informed the institute. So most probably they will give it by next week. I don't know if it is available. Right, please bear with us. Okay, so we are talking about the reason for humorous planning. Last one is to formulate study plan. Understand, without a human resource plan, you can't implement the study plan, right? Human resource plan is a part and parcel of study plan. For example, as a strategic plan, you are going to close down one of the factories belongs to you. One of the factories running at a loss, so you have taken decision to close down. Can you take that decision without a human plan? You can't, because how many employees are working there? Can you fire them? Firing is not that easy. Right, hiring maybe in a fraction of a second you can do it. Hiring can be done, so in a flash, but firing is not that. So what I will do with that employees, you have to have human plan. If you are going to introduce a new product, you have to have a human plan. So can you introduce that new product with the existing so employees? Sometimes, so they will not service. So sometimes in this case, you knowledge, so companies are required. So that is what your plan. So without a human resource plan, you can't formulate and implement. Although you formulate, you can't implement it. Can't implement. Understand? So these are the reasons. These are the reasons for human resource planning. Okay, is that clear? Are you with me? Is that okay? Right. So you have got a note, you can go through it. Although human resource planning is so important, there are some organizations that do not engage in human resource planning. Why organizations are not engaged in human resource planning? Some of the organizations are not engaged in it. Think about you. I don't know. Answer those who do human resource planning. You are not clear. Means human organizations are not so preparing human resource planning. Actually, understand the importance of human resource planning. Right, what are the reasons? Why many organizations are not doing human planning? There are three reasons for them. Yes? A lack of understanding. They do not understand, they do not fully understand the importance of human planning. They may think that planning so requires time, it is time consuming, but they fail to understand that if they spend 1 hour planning, they can save many hours. Understand? If 1 hour can be spent on planning, so it helps to save many hours. Lack of understanding about the importance of human planning. We understood the reasons. What are the other things? Yeah, the wrong attitude that planning is not necessary in a country like ours because we have huge unemployment rate, right? So that at the time we can so recruit and hire. Right, so that is the wrong attitude because we can hire unskilled labor. We can hire unskilled labor, but can we hire skilled labor as you want? No, it's not that easy. That easy. So that is the wrong attitude. Okay, some more. What are the other? Or we produce income. So primary activities supporting. So all these activities are supportive activities. HR activities. No, the HR functions are not so what is called so line functions. Star functions. All those are star functions, not direct functions. Right. So like so having your own menu again. And habit of doing starting functions as least eraser. That is habit. Some of the owners have the habit of doing starting as lead eraser. If one vacancy of us today, we are going to fill it today. If another vacancy of us are 2 weeks time, we are going to fill it at the time it occurs. Habit of doing staff. So as legalized, that is wrong. On the other hand, lack of expertise. So in order to do it, plan, it requires expertise. So there should be people who can do it. So lack of expertise in majority. And what else? What else? So, so if you want to do even plan, you should be financially strong. If you do not, if you are having some financial problems, so you will not doing this planning. Understand? Okay, there are many reasons, but these reasons are not valid. These reasons are not valid. Okay, these are the reasons. Students, so extremely sorry, I have a urgent call. Yeah. Right, sorry. Okay, so these are the reasons for not doing human resource planning. Then we will discuss the most important thing of today's discussion. The process of human resource planning. Human resource planning is a process. There are several steps we follow. We are going to discuss 5-step model of human resource planning. There are 5 steps in the model that we are going to follow. So very easy to keep in your mind. Right? You need not to worry about keeping these things in mind. So it's very easy. It's not so easy. The first thing is to forecast future demand. Forecast future demand. Then second one is to estimate exact supply. There is a demand, there should have supply. Right? Then having estimated supply, you are going to compare demand with supply. What is the demand? What is the supply? You are going to compare. Then having compared, you are going to understand. So possible shortage or surplus condition. If there is a shortage or surplus. Third one is to compare forecast demand with estimated supply. The fourth one is to develop strategies to be taken. There should be strategies, study for surplus condition to shortage condition. Understand? Right. Then the last one is to assess HR papers. It's you to be. There's nobody in the organization who knows better than this. So that you will make sure that you have done a good job. What is the level of the success of that planning process you did? So if it is a failure, you can't use it. So you have to make sure that you have done a good job. Your process should be successful so that you have measured what is the level of the success of the process you follow. There's nobody who can do it for you. You have to do it yourself. Assessment also has to be done by investors. So this is the process that we are going to discuss. You have to have a good understanding about each and every step. Okay, so we will start from the first one. Forecast future demand for HR. Forecast future demand. So you have to forecast. Forecasting involves estimating the number and the type of the employees you need for future particular period of time. So there are 3 time horizons we can make a plan. Short term, medium term, and long term. So in economics management, there are 3 time horizons. In accounting, there are 2 time horizons. Short term and medium term. So short term and long term. Short term is in period time, which is less than 1 year. But the range is 2 for HR. In period time, less than 1 year is called short term. So long term is in period time, it is more than 1 year in accounting. So in HR, so any period time, it is more than 1 year and this time will be called medium term. In period time, it is more than 350 long term. Although we can prepare plan for these 3 time horizons, long term plans and medium plans are not accurate, not accurate enough. Right? So it is somewhat vague. We can't so exactly forecast the number and the type of the employees we need so long. But short term forecasting is so accurate, right? Although it is accurate, we will not be able to make a 100% accurate plan because the forecasting involves some risk. So suddenly, some other things, unexpected things may happen. We will not be able to forecast. But something is better than nothing. So that we can do a plan for the short term to a great extent. Right. Anyway, so forecasting future demand means so estimating the number and the type of the employees we need for a particular time in time to come. Planning is only about future. Right? It may be 3 months time, 6 months or 1 year. Right. If you want to estimate the number and the type of the employees you need, what you have to do is you have to scan the future. You have to scan the future and uncover the factors affecting demand. What are the factors that affect demand? What are the factors that create vacancy? You have to first understand these factors. And having understood that factors, you have to translate the impact of that factors into actual human resource requirement. Okay, now tell me, what are the factors? What are the factors that affect future demand for HR? Use what factors will job vacancies may occur? What are the factors or the reasons for job opening? Huh? I did, yeah, people may die. People may die, so that there will be a payment. But we are not going to forecast death of people. It is inhuman. It is inhuman. So we understand that if people die, it's definitely they will get payment. But it is inhuman to forecast the number of people who will die in this. Right. So that is one of the factors. Okay, what else? Retirement, of course, people take their retirement. Once they reach their retirement, they take retirement. Right? So what impact will it make on human requirement? Will the demand for HR increase or decrease or remain unchanged due to retirement? Increase, demand increase. Right? So demand for HR increase due to retirement. What else? Huh? Employees have number of resignations. So people will resign due to many reasons. So what impact will it make on human requirement? Will the demand increase or decrease? Increase, increase. What else? Huh? Technological development. Yes, yes. Technological development, advancement, right? We call it the changes of method of production, right? There are two methods of production, labor intensive and capital intensive. What is the labor intensive? Producing, using more labor. Capital intensive means using more machinery. So overheads are going from labor intensive to capital intensive. So vice versa also possible. But normally what happens is going from labor intensive to capital intensive. If organizations are going from labor intensive to capital intensive, what impact will it make on human requirement? Will the demand increase or decrease? Decrease, you don't need that much of employee, right? Okay, so that's technological development. So it's got to be planned, right? Expansion. So if the organization expand, what if expansion, what impact will it make? Yes, the demand for human resource getting increased, right? Okay, what are the other factors?
There are so many.
Okay.
So we have tried to find recruit the suitable candidates for that.
Okay, so organizations do not consider of employing unemployed if the organizations do not need them. But if they engage in CSR project, so sometimes they will think of.
Suitable person.
Yes, in order to, there is another that affect the supply, not the demand. We have to talk about supply too. So that is external supply, right? If there are many, so people who are unemployed, organizations benefit because it is more recruitment, so they will be able to attract more and more because there is a loose market condition. There are many people who are not having jobs or searching jobs. So that you need to make a comprehensive recruitment process, easily you can recruit. Understand? So that affect the supply. Right. So there are many other factors that affect demand. What are the others? Huh? Promotions. Promotion. Yes. Due to promotions. So what impact will it make? Yes. Yes. It increases. It increases demand. What else? So altogether we call it employment movement. Right. There are many movements, including retirements, resignations, etc. Right. What else? Some more. You did not mention the most important factor, very critical factor. What is that? That affects the demand. What is that? That is the demand for the product or the service produced by the organization. The demand for the product or the service produced by the organization will increase or decrease or remain unchanged. If the demand for the product produced and market by the organization get increased, what impact will it make on increase? Increase, definitely we have produced more and more to meet the demand. So that we need more and more and more for human resources. Right? So if demand goes down, so we need to so produce that much. Okay. Right. So what else? What else? Some more. How about absence of leaves? Absence of leaves. So people get absence due to many reasons. Maybe for an employment leave, study leave, maternity leave. Right. So if employees are taking leaves, what impact will it make? If employees are taking leave, what impact will it make? Increase demand. And there are some external factors too. There are several external factors. For example, economic factor. Economic factor is a external factor, right? So think about inflation. Inflation is an economic factor. Inflation may increase, decrease, or remain unchanged. What do you mean by inflation? What do you mean by inflation? Continuous increase of the general price level. Right? If the general price level continues to increase, or if inflation occurs, what impact it will make on human resource requirement? Will the demand increase, decrease, or remain unchanged? If inflation increases, increase, demand decrease. Yes. Demand decrease. Okay. How do you analyze? How do you analyze? What is the immediate impact of increasing inflation? Immediate impact. On what it will make an impact? Huh? If inflation will increase, immediate impact is on the purchasing power of consumer. What will happen? Purchasing power, real income. The income decrease. If real income or purchasing power goes down, what is the next impact? They will reduce the number of consumption. Yes, consumption. The number of units consumed, right? So goes down because purchasing power is going down. So if the number of units consumed goes down, if the organization produce the same amount of services, including ours, we should not, because we can't say it. People have reduced the consumption, right? So that do we need the same number of employees we need? No, we don't. Okay. Okay, you fully understood. So there are many, not limiting to these, there are several factors that affect demand. Okay. So these are the factors: demand for the product, cost and strategic plan of the organization, production method, retirement, resignation, and death. As he mentioned that, use of absence, terminations also occur, right? What impact will it make? What impact termination will make? Will it increase the demand or decrease the demand? Increase the demand, decrease, right? Okay, so what you are going to do is, if you go with the demand, you have to identify the factors that affect demand, and you are going to translate the impact of these factors into actual human resource requirement. For example, due to the demand for the product, right? What is the impact? So how many employees we need? Due to the increase of the product, due to the goals and study plans. So what impact? Production method, due to the change in the production method. So how many employees are needed? So we are going to so consider these factors one by one, and we are going to translate the impact of these factors into actual human requirements. Okay, there will be someone. These are the common factors. These are common factors. Right. Having considered these factors, so there are several techniques that we can use. There are several techniques that we can use to forecast demand. So we will discuss some of the forecasting techniques that we can use. One of the forecasting techniques is informal forecasting. Informal forecasting. So in simple, we call it Avidima Bhavi forecasting. Avidima. So the name itself gives some sort of understanding. So it is highly informal. That means it is like an abdomen. There is no any systematic base for the forecasting. It's not, there is no any rationale. There is no any science behind forecast. So it is done quickly, randomly, by the plan. For example, So as it is not so good enough, we can't recommend this method for large organizations, medium-sized organizations. But small organizations can use this. So because something is better than nothing. So for example, owner manager for particular organization has noticed that their overtime cost has increased so high. So the owner manager considered that the overtime cost can be reduced to a greater extent if one permanent employee is hired. So that the demand is one. Understand? That is how they use it. That is how they use it. So based on their experience, based on their knowledge, so they take a decision about the number and price. So it is not systematic, that's why science behind it. It's not that accurate, but small organizations can use it. So sometimes they are definitely better than the other, right? But however, we are not going to recommend this method as it is informal, but as a method. So we are studying informed forecast as a method. Then the formal expert survey. This is a very good method. Formal expert survey. So Vidimat, we say some edition. So by survey, by conducting a survey among experts, we will be able to forecast future demand so accurately. A formal method is to survey among managers, especially at the department. But you can make a survey among the department and get some understanding about so the number of types of employees should be in Canada. For example, you can make if you need production manager and ask how many employees are going to retire in this department next year. So he will let you know how many employees are going to resign. So he will let you know. You can ask whether it is going to change his method of production. The production manager are going to change the method of production next year. So he will let you know. It is a plan. So if it is going to change the method of production, what impact will it make in terms of people as a department? Right? So you can understand, you can get, you can be the market manager now, market manager, so have to forecast sales for next year. So will the demand for the product get increase or decrease or remain unchanged? Right? If increase, so what impact will remain on demand requirement? How many additional sales representatives are needed? Understand? So you can read finance manager now. How many returns are there in your department? How many resignations? How many leaves of absence? Understand? So that you can be so every department can get information with regard to all these factors. So yeah, right. You can make a good estimate. So that is formal expert survey. Then there is another special type of formal expert survey called Delphi technique. Delphi technique is more accurate than a formal expert survey. This is so sophisticated than formal expert survey. That is one of the type of expert survey. So in this method, planner appoint a team, a group of experts, so who will be able to do forecasting, right? So having created a team or group of experts, so the planner explain so the purpose of the gathering, purpose of making that team. If and gentlemen, we are supposed to estimate human resource requirement for our organization. Right? That's why we are saying to go on explaining the purpose of gathering. Right? Then you ask them to forecast future demand as they think. Right? You are not, this is just like a brainstorming, but this differs from brainstorming because nobody is allowed to talk with each other when deciding or determining the forecasting. So they can't talk with the others. Right? So they have to do their independent judgment. What happens when they forecast with the other is that those who have more power will dominate the group. Understand? So if anybody dominates the group, so his estimate is considered as a group estimate. Right? So that what is that may not be accurate. So that we want to promote independent thinking, so that we do not allow them to talk with each other. They have to generate their ideas by their own. Right? So that you have to get their ideas one by one, and you consider, you analyze this estimate, think whether there is agreement among these experts. If there is an agreement, you consider that estimate as just human requirement. If there is no agreement among these, you analyze these data, come up with descriptive statistics such as mean, mode, median, percentage, quartile, average, variations, standard deviations, etc. So having calculated, you are going to feed that information again to these experts. So ask expert to consider these descriptive statistics and divide the estimate. Then these experts again go through these estimate and consider these things and revise the estimate. Then you get revised estimate. Once you receive revised estimate, you consider it as an agreement. Sometimes there is an agreement, but sometimes not. If there is an agreement, that is the estimate. If there is no agreement, again you analyze this data, come up with this statistic, such as mean, mode, linear, percentage, percentile, so average, so then standard deviation, variation, etc. And we try to read this information to these experts. Again, these experts are supposed to revise the estimate. So this happens until all the experts come to an agreement. For example, suppose that we have selected. So I have selected. Do you see what I am drawing? As usual. So right, suppose that I have selected 5 experts. There are 5 experts. A, B, C, D, E. Right, particular organization has selected. So 5 experts to forecast with the demand. So they are experts in the sense that they are knowledgeable to forecast with the demand for the organization. Right. Then planner. So this goes several rounds. So can we label this as rounds, number of rounds? Planner is the first round. The first one, planner asks them to give their independent forecasting, right? Without discussing with each other. So that they send their independent forecasting. For example, he thinks that 30, B thinks that 60, C thinks that it is 45, he thinks that it is 43, he thinks that it is 47. So these are the estimate of these 5 experts. So go through these estimates and tell me whether there is an agreement among these experts. Is there any agreement among these experts with regard to the units required for the organization? No, there's no agreement. What is the lowest estimate? 43. 30. 30. Maximum? 60. What the difference? 30. So it is a big difference. Right, there's no agreement. So what happened is the planner collect these information, come up with descriptive statistics. So what is the minimum number? What is the maximum number? Highest? What is the average, percentile, quartile, standard deviation, etc. Having made these things, so these descriptive statistics are sent to these experts again and ask them to revise the estimate. In the second step, so they revise their estimate. So because they understand how others have estimated. Right, so based on those descriptive statistics, right? So that he thinks that 30 is not that enough, so that he thinks that 40 may be good. We think that 60 is so too much. We don't need that much, so that 50 may be good. He thinks that 45 is not that bad, so that I'm not going to change it. He thinks that 43 is okay, but I'm going to change it to 44. He thinks that 47 is good, but he wants to change it to 46. In the second round, these are the estimates in the second round. Tell me whether there is an agreement among these experts. Still not. So minimum number 40, maximum 50. So difference is 10. Right? So there is no agreement. So that planner collect this information, come up with descriptive statistics, send back to these information to these 5 experts and ask them to revise again. So I think that 40 is not that enough, so that he wants to increase to 44. We think that 50 may be too much, so that he wants to make it 46. We think that 45 is not that bad, so that he is not going to make it. We think that 44 is okay, but he wants to make it 45. We think that 46 is okay, but he wants to make it 45. Now go through the estimate of the third step, third round. Now tell me whether there is an agreement among the expert or not. Now, yes, right, out of 5, 3 says that 45 is the we come to estimate. So that we can consider it as a final one, right? So that the final estimate is 45, right? It doesn't matter if you select 44, 46 too, right? But we can't, not be different. Okay, so this is more accurate than the other. Understand? Understand? So this is called Delphi technique. So this technique can be used for any type of forecasting, including units of forecasting too. Right? This more accurate. This is very close to what is called brainstorming. But this differs from brainstorming because they are not supposed to talk with each other. Okay. Right. Then, so these are the steps, so you can go through it. Then fourth one is unit forecasting. Unit forecasting, it's also very good method. You can practically use method in your organization too. But you know that in any organization there are several levels. So there are several departments. Under each department there will be several sections, unit, etc. Right? So it is the broad approach to human resource planning and bottom up to approach. First, human resource planner or human manager asks the manager of the lowest level of the unit to forecast demand for each department. Right? So there will be many units at the lowest level. So that department heads, unit heads are supposed to forecast. So estimate for their respective unit. Having forecast, they are supposed to send it to the his boss. The next level may be department level. So department head. For example, in my university, vice chancellor heads the university. Under vice chancellor, there are 11 faculties. So each faculty is headed by dean of faculties. For example, my university has 11 faculties. The reason is the faculties. Faculty of management studies in form of my faculty, faculty of humanities, faculty of applied science, faculty of language studies, faculty of music, faculty of engineering, faculty of technology, faculty of health and language science, then faculty of computing, faculty of dental science. So one more faculty is to count faculty of law. Each faculty is headed by the dean of faculty. My faculty is management studies and commerce, headed by the faculty of dean of the faculty of management studies and commerce. And under deans, under faculty, there are several departments. In my faculty, there are 11 departments. Department of accountancy, department of finance and business administration, department of human resource management, academic department, then marketing, then decision science. So business economics, BCom, so state management aviation, entrepreneurship, there are several named 11 departments. Each department is headed by the head department. So that faculty of applied science also has department. Medical faculty also has some department. Right? Each department is headed by the head department. So if the HR manager, we don't have HR managers, although we have more than 2,000 employees in universities. 1,800, we don't have. In our system, we don't have HR managers, but most of these HR functions are handled by the registrar. So suppose the registrar wants to forecast with the demand for HR for the entire ministry, so that they are each and every head of the department to forecast their requirement at the local hospital. So that head of the department HR will forecast future demand for HR department, marketing department forecast for marketing department, accounting department, accounting. Having made it, they all are supposed to send it to the dean of the faculty management. So dean receives. So 11 forecasting from 11 departments under his span of control. Understand? So that dean of the medical faculty also received 15 estimates from 15 departments under his span of control. Likewise, each and every dean receives these estimates. So having made this, deans, each and every dean make a one estimate for the whole faculty. Right? So he makes some adjustment. So sometimes there will be additions or deletion because there are some staff required for faculty levels too, right? So that he makes some adjustment. So that 11 deans make 11 estimate for their respective faculties. Having made, they are supposed to send it to the vice chancellor. So vice chancellor receives 11 estimate from 11 faculties, right? So having combined for these things, vice chancellor wants to make a one estimate for the whole university. So he may add some requirements, so sometimes delete. So because there are some staff required for staff required back to vice chancellor. Okay, two. Understand? So that is going to make one estimate. So this is called unit forecasting. So very good method. So high accurate is very broad approach and these are bottom up approach. Understand? In your organization, ensure that there will be different departments and the department there will be sections unit start from the bottom. Understand? Right. Then next one is somewhat different from all these four methods we discussed. This is called extrapolation. What is extrapolation? Extrapolation is all about extending past rate of changes to the future. You analyze the past rate of changes and you try to understand the trend and you are going to extend the past rate of changes in the future. That is extrapolation. It's very easy. And on the other hand, this is accurate because you analyze past rate of changes and extend it. For example, in the year 2000, let's say 15, one of the organization had 300 employees. 300 employees. In the year 2016, so the number was 315. In the year 2017, it was to 330. Then 18, 346. 2019, the number has increased to 361. Then 2020, number is 376. 2021, 391. 2022, 406. In the year 2023, this year, so 421. You are supposed to estimate the number of employees required for 2024. 15, 300, 16, 315, 17, 330, 18, 346, 19, 361, so 20, 376, 21, 391, 22, 406, 2023, this year 421. So what is the staff requirements for 2024 next year? Use extrapolation. Extrapolation is already about extending past rate of changes to future. You have to analyze the past rate of changes and extend it to the future. Yes? How many? Because I need approximately. Your quantitative people. Yes, 400. 400. 30. 130. Right. Okay. You see. Right, from 15 to 16, the number has increased by how many? Huh? From 15 to 16, number has increased by 15. So 16 to 17, 15. 17 to 18, 16. 18 to 19, 8 to 19. Yes, 15. 9 to 20, 15. 20 to 21, 15. 21 to 22, 15. 22 to 23, again 15. So that from 23 to 24, the number should increase by, yes. So estimate is 15, right? So 15, 15, 16, 15, 15, 15, 15, 15. So maybe more accurate, 15. Understand? It's okay, you can take 16 even. So that 436. So that is the best, better estimate. Okay, very easy, right? So it is all about extending past days of changes in the future. Right, the last one is the indexation or ratio method. Indexation. What is indexation? So this is very similar to this extrapolation. These two methods differs from the other methods. Right? Indexation is all about forecasting future demand for future by using some capital ratio. So in any organization, there will be many capital ratios computed by the organization. Based on that, you can attach. So you can use these ratios in order to calculate future requirement. For example, in my faculty, in my university, we use teacher-student ratio in order to maintain the standard of our so degree programs. We maintain this ratio 1 to 18. That means for 18 students, we have to have one academic, one lecturer. So we are maintaining, we try to maintain that standard. Okay. So throughout the years, so we have maintained. So next year we understand that Grant Commission is planning to send 75 more or 75 additional students to our faculty. So that we have to increase the number of academics. So by how many? How many more academics are needed if the organization, if the Grant Commission is going to send 75 additional students? How many? Yes, approximately 4. One of the training organization is maintaining. So 1 to 1 million. What is that? Can you guess? 1 to 1 million ratio. What is that? Yes. Sales to sales. So representative. Right? In order to generate 1 million sales, there should have one salesman. In order to generate 1 million sales, there should have one salesman. Right? The organization is planning to increase sales volume by 20 million next year. 20 million. So how many sales representatives are needed? Yes, we need 20. We have to increase because in order to increase to 1 million, we have to have one. So that is how it is calculated. Understand? Based on some ratio things we are going to do. Right. So those are the methods that we can use to. Those are the methods that we can use to. So forecast future demand. So having forecast future demand, we are going to record these short-term forecasting in a table. We are going to record these short-term forecasting in a table. And if you record all these short-term forecasting in a table, that table is called staffing table. Staffing table or manning table. Staffing table. Mandalika Vahuva. Right? So manning table. So what do you mean by staffing table? Staffing table lists out all the future job vacancies according to particular period of time. So I have given you a sample of manning table. So go through it. Go through it. That table has been made last year. So if you look at the manning table, you can understand all the short-term human resource requirements. Right? You need not to look for anywhere. So if you go through this table, you can understand all the future human resource requirement. So at the top, manning table, company name, manning table for the year ending 31st 12, 2023. That table has been developed by last year, right? Still it is used. Right, there are several columns in this table. First column is for job number. Any job should have job numbers. Second one is job title. Any job should have job title. Then the department where the vacancy exists. Then next column is for job vacancies by month of the year. So you can do it. You can record job vacancies by month of the year or part of the year. It doesn't matter, right? If it is monthly, it's more specific, right? So then there are 12 months. One column for the total. Then January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. Last one is for remark. Remark section is especially for the reason for job vacancy. You can mention the reason for job vacancy. Okay, take the first row O03. O means operations, operation. Right, so O03 job title Assistant Operation Manager, Department Manufacturing or Operations. Total number of job vacancies 1. Total number of job vacancies 1. When will that job vacancy occur? Not in January, not in February, but March. March. What is the reason for that job opening or vacancy? If you look at remarks, you can understand there's been written that resignation. That means Assistant Operation Manager. There will be a vacancy for the post of Assistant Operation Manager because he was supposed to resign. Understand? Right. The second one, O07, Production Supervisor, Manufacturing Department. Total number of job vacancies 2. So when did these 2 vacancies may occur? Not in the same month. So one in January and the other one in July. What is the reason for these 2 job vacancies? Expansion, the organization is going to expand. So due to expansion, there will be 2 vacancies. Okay, it is clear. F01, Finance Manager, Finance Department, total number of job vacancies 1. When will that job vacancy occur? October. What is the reason for that job vacancy? What is the reason? Retirement. That means current finance manager is going to retire. October. That's what we have figured. Right, then F05 Management Training Finance Department 1 vacancy. When will that vacancy occur? January. Reason for that vacancy? Expansion. Organization is going to expand. M04 Sales Engineer Marketing Department. How many vacancies? How many vacancies for the entire year? 7. When these vacancies may occur? 1 in February, 4 in March, 2 in November. So what is the reason? Expansion. H03 HR Executive HR Department, 2 vacancies, 1 in February and 1 in August. Reason is expansion. A05 Driver Admin Department, 1 vacancy in July. Expansion. Right. So this table is very, very useful because if you look at this table, you can understand all future job vacancies in next year. Right. So you can understand the type of vacancies then. So times the vacancy. So if you look at so you can total the job vacancies. So total number of job vacancies that may occur within the year. For example, if you want to put a newspaper advertisement calling for the application for the all the vacancies that may occur within next 3 months. What are the jobs vacancies that may occur within next 3 months starting from January? What are the vacancies? Assistant Operation Manager, Production Supervisor, then Management, Training, Sales, Engineer, HR, Executive. Right. So you can easily understand what are the vacancies that may occur in the next 6 months. Right. So that you can post for application for that. Very useful. It is a summary of all the vacancies that may occur. This may not be 100% accurate, but something is better than nothing. Like based on that, you can take some reason. So this is the end of our first step. Understand? The first step in the creation of this main table, the starting table. Okay? Right. How do you feel now? You won't have a short break? Better? Okay, you have a short break. Okay, so that we can do it. Like 10 minutes? Okay, 10 minutes. Not that. So, already you go out. Okay, you have a big break. And you are? So other steps are not so long. We can complete it within a short period of time. So other steps are not lengthy, but we can within a short period of time. Online students, we are having a small break. So online students, give me a feedback. Did you understand what we discussed? Hello? Yes, you ordered it.
Actually, it's from water.
Right,
And one of our classes from brother.
right.
We were have a research.
Uh-huh.
Currently, knowledge part.
Right, right.
So I asked you to forward to that one.
Right, right. Okay, we'll see. Okay. You're going to go? Ethan? Tomorrow? Okay. All the way, 3 days.
Excuse me, sir.
I go on. I'm expecting. అంటే ఎవరి కాదని అవన్నీ అందరూ దాని మీద సంబంధించి అవి దాని గురించి సంబంధించి అభిప్రాయం అప్పుడు కన్ను అనుకుంటా ఈ మధ్య కేవలం ఇప్పుడు బాగానే నోముగా నిండాలి రంగడికి ఇక్కడ అవునవుదా hari hari menjaga mana tahu dia rambut itu pulang hah hah tapi iya mudah mudah hah mudah dia emang gimana kan hari hari gini hari hari gini kan mau main ke hari oke ini gini kan kira oh gini kan ya gini Kita minus itu break kan dogat demo. Demo deh dogat yang tak pulang ya. Jadi ada fitroli. Kamu orang tewa kita lagi orang tewa. Oh, apa tiap phone mungkin ini siam dah ini apa? Oh siam. Kan sekian di dari segi. Ini apa? Tiga dah terang ini. Oh, nah ini hari-hari. Ini tiga dah terang. නේ හරි මට 100ක් දෙන්නකො 100ක් දෙන්න හොඳයි ඕක ගත්තේ බල්ලි දෙනෙමි අර අපේ අර පොඩි බෑවුමක් වගේ ඒක පොඩක් හදාගන්න කියලා මේ නිකන් අල්ලන්නේ කියනවා නේද ඇත්තද? මම එහෙම නැත්නම් කියන්නේ. හරි යන්නේ. මේක නිකන් අර බතිතු නිකන් අර වැටි වගේ දාන්නේ. හදාගන්න බැරි. හරි. හරි නේද? Yes.
It's not like not next week, right?
No. It takes another couple of weeks. I have to complete up to selection.
Next week, I will do that, so I want.
No. Next week, we are completing the fourth function, recruitment. After recruitment, there will be selection. Selection is a big session. So upon the completion of selection, we have midterm test. Midterm test means it is a quiz, online quiz. It has to be taken in the class. No, you are from? Huh? What is the place you are working for? Huh?
Good hope.
Good hope. Good hope. What type of organization?
Like the farm
Farm. Located in?
Singapore is the main place. Starting from all over Indonesia. I think so.
In here, huh? Okay. When we start with number one. Okay. Right, we are discussing the process of human resource planning. We discussed the first step, First step is to forecast future demand for HR. Then the second step is to estimate HR supply. Estimate HR supply. If there is a demand, there is supply. To understand if there is a vacancy, there are two ways that we can fill that vacancy. So how we can fill that vacancy internally, or we can fill that vacancy externally. What is by internal supply? External employee, yes, filling the vacancies by promoting or transferring. So current employee. So we can promote current employees to fill the jobs which are vacant. We can transfer employees, current employees to fill the jobs which are vacant. Theoretically, we can think of demotions here. Only theory, not practical. Demotions are not made practical, spiritually very practical. Demotions are given as a punishment. So that so internal supply consists of current employees who can be promoted or transferred to fill the jobs which are vacant. So you want it by external supply. External supply? Yes, external supply consists of consists of individuals who are in the labor market, right? In the labor market, there are two categories of individuals. One is individuals who are searching jobs, who are unemployed. There will be unemployed individuals who are searching jobs. Besides that, there will be some employees who are working for other organizations but want to change their job. Understand? So that our external market consists of job seekers who are employed and employees who are working for other organizations who want to change their job. But anyhow, estimation of HR supply involves estimation of internal supply only. All work is easy. So we are not concerned about estimating in external supply. Why? Is it possible for a particular organization to understand the number and the number of unemployed people in the country? Is it possible for a particular organization to estimate? Will it be possible? Number of individuals who are unemployed. Although we can estimate the number of individuals who are unemployed, can we calculate, estimate the number of employees who are working in other organizations who want to change their job? Is it possible? It is not possible. Even the government can. Government agencies, agents, conduct some surveys, especially central bank, statistics department, conduct surveys regarding unemployed. But even the government agency cannot estimate the number of people who are working in other organizations wants to change their job. Who knows? Right. So let's talk about external supply. We are not going to estimate external supply. Estimation of HR supply involves estimation of internal supply only. Internal supply. Understand? Right. Estimation of supply means estimation of internal supply. If you want to estimate internal supply, there are two activities you have to do. So one is performing HR audit. You have to perform an HR audit, not finance audit. You are very much familiar about finance audit. So we are talking about HR audit. What is the HR audit? The first step you have to do when you are going to estimate internal supply. So HR audit involves assessing key qualities and qualifications of all the current employees who are working in the organization. You have to assess all the key qualities and qualifications of all the internal employees. So we were talking about the second step of our process. The second step is to estimate HR supply. There are two sources of supply, internal and external, but estimation of supply involves estimation of internal supply only. We are not concerned about estimation of external supply. If you want to estimate internal supply, there are two activities we have to perform. One is HR audit. Perform an HR audit. HR audit is a kind of assessment about the qualities and qualifications of all the employees working for the organization. For example, if there are 100 employees working in the organization, you have to study the qualities and qualifications of over the 100 employees. So what is the highest academic qualifications of state? What is the highest professional qualification of state? What is the length of service? What is the seniority? And what are the special competencies? What is its level of performance evaluation, preferences, likes, dislikes? Understand? So likewise, you gather all the information with regard to each and every employee. Because in time to time, you are going to take some decision. For example, who should be given a promotion? In order to decide who should be given promotion, you have to have good understanding about the qualities and qualifications of everybody. Understand? You have to be objective, not subjective. You are not going to give promotions based on your personal relationship. Understand? You have to assess the qualities and qualities. Some of the information are in your person files, but person files you will not. So contain some of the information, latest information. Employees while working, they may complete some of their studies, achieve some of the qualifications. So person file information must be updated. Understand? Right. So that we are going through a comprehensive study with regard to the qualities and qualifications. We gather information. Right. So that at any given time we have this information. Having so gathered this information, we are going to record this information in document. We are going to prepare two types of documents. One is skill inventory, other one is management inventory. What is skill inventory? Skill inventory is for non-managerial employees. Management inventory is for managerial employees. Having gathered so key qualities and qualifications of non-managerial employees, we record this information in the skill inventory. So skill inventory catalogs key qualities and qualifications of non-managerial employees. One inventory for one manager. Also one inventory for one so non-managerial employee. Having combined all these inventories, we can make a master inventory tool. Right? So management inventory catalogs key qualities and qualifications of managerial employees. We gather information with regard to managerial employees and we record these information management. One inventory for one manager. So having combined, we can make a master management inventory. Okay, right. So that these two inventories are very, very important for decision making. So whenever we need to take decision with regard to promotion or transfer, what we can do is we have to go through these skill inventory and management. What are the informations you are going to record in the skill inventory? So person identification information, right? Identify information of the employee, his or her name, address, gender, age, etc. Identification information, current job, job title, job location, job number, superior's title, education, academic and professional experience, including previous jobs held, seniority. There are three types of seniority: job seniority, right? Departmental seniority, organization seniority, special competencies, special training he has received, current and past job performance evaluations, promotability, weaknesses, preferences. So these are the information that you are going to collect and record in a skill inventory. So same informations can be seen in a management inventory too. But in addition to these informations, so management inventory contains some more information, some more additional. So what are they? So there are number of subordinate supervisors. There are main duties. The main duties, the total budget management, any management innovations are introduced, any management systems introduced. So these are the additional information that you are going to record in the management inventory, right? Right. So these two inventories are really, really important when making these. Suppose that the particular organization wants to promote one of the production assistant to the level of supervisor. So you have to select one. You have to select one from production assistant to be promoted to the post of production supervisor. So post level of manager level. So what is the inventory you have to go through? Management inventory or skill inventory? You have to select one, right? You are going to do it objectively, right? So having considered all the key topics and qualified that, right? So you can select. So what is the inventory you have to go through? Is it skill inventory or management? Yes. What is it? So you have to select one of the production assistant, right? To the post of production supervisor. So
No, skill inventory. Skill inventory because so skill inventory catalogs the qualities and qualifications of non-managerial employees, right? So including production assistance. Another organization wants to promote one of their first line managers to the post of so mid-level manager. What is the English we have to go through? Management catalogs the qualities and qualifications of all managers, including the first line manager. Understand? So that this inventories are very useful when taking decisions about promotions, transfers, demotions, etc. Right. Then the second step. So I told you that if you want to perform, so the second step of the process, there are two activities you have to do. One is HR audit. The second one is so replacement. Or this is called succession planning. Succession, you might have heard that from succession planning. So what is replacement? That is the second thing you have to do. Right? What is replacement? It's all about deciding or determining who will replace who in the event of vacancy occurs. If a vacancy occurs on a particular job, who is the next best person to be promoted to the job which is vacant? For example, suppose that your general manager is going to retire next year. He is at the age of 59, he is going to retire at the age of 60. And next year he is going to retire, for sure, we know that. So that today you are going to make, so you are going to take a tentative decision. Who is the next best person to be promoted to the post of general manager? You are not promoting anybody today. You are going to take a tentative decision. That is replacement. And once you select, so you try to work him to become a general manager by next year. In the event general manager gets retirement, who is the next best person? So you are going to select one within the organization. So where you are going to look for? The this thing is to consider, so the some subordinates, direct subordinates under general manager. Sometimes under general manager, there are three deputy general managers working. Suppose that there are 5 DGM marketing, DGM finance, DGM HR, DGM operations, DGM research and development. These are the 5 DGMs working directly under general manager. Out of these 5, you have to select one. Right? Who is the best DGM to be promoted to the post of general manager in the event general manager gets retired. So you try to uncover it. You try to develop that particular person today. You are not going to promote now, but you are going to take a tentative. That is the equation. Understand? All this is for succession planning. Some succession planning is all about deciding to determine who will replace you in the relationship. So you are going to do it objectively. You are not going to move in your personal relations, right? You are going to set some criteria that will be considered in promoting. For example, number one should be performance. Performance the current job, right? So those performance are best. The performance is not good, so you must be able to perform the job which is high in rank. Right? So not going to perform in experience, eligibility qualifications. A, one should be naturally one to hold the post of general manager. Right? So these things. Right. So if you select, for example, deputy general manager finance, to be promoted to the post of general manager next year. What will happen to the post of deputy general manager finance? What will happen? It may be vacant. It may so that given period. Right? So that you will not take the 10K division. In the event deputy general manager finance is promoted to the post of general manager, is the next best person to be promoted to the post of deputy general manager finance. So this thing is to look for subordinates who are directly working under him. There will be some assistant general manager finance. So we have to select one. So likewise, we have to group down here. Right. So normally, doing succession planning for all organization is difficult. We will not be able to. But at least that should be done for managerial level. Understand? So this is the second step. This is the second step of the second activity of the second step. Right? You will be able to identify. Then you are coming to the third step. Third step is to compare demand with supply. You have forecast demand and you have estimated supply. Now you can compare what is the demand, what is the supply. Then having compared demand with supply, you are going to calculate net employee requirement. Net employee requirement. So net employee requirement can be
calculated by using a table. We call it net employee requirement table. Calculation of net employee requirement. So this table is not that difficult to understand. What the columns are already familiar to you. You are familiar with the first three columns, so same as the first three columns of your staffing table, right? Two additions, estimated supply and net employee requirements. Okay, first column is job number, then job title, forecast demand, same as our staffing table. Then estimated supply, net employee requirements. Take the first row, 403, assistant operation manager. Forecast demand is 1. That means there will be reasons for the cost of assistant operation manager. Estimated supply is 0. What do you mean by 0 supply? Here, there is no anybody who can be promoted or transferred to the post of assistant operation manager. In the organization, there is nobody. Right? So that net employee requirement is minus 1. Minus 1. What is minus? Minus means always shortage. How will you get minus? You subtract forecast demand from supply. You subtract forecast demand from supply. Then minus. Minus means always shortage. So 007, production supervisor, forecast demand is 2. Estimated supply also 2. What is the estimated supply 2? Yes, there are 2 people within the organization who can be promoted to the post of production supervisor. Right? So that what is the net employee requirement? 0. So we need not to hire anybody from outside labor market. So F01, finance manager, forecast demand is 1, estimated supply also 1. So that the net employee requirement is 0. F05, management training, finance department, forecast demand 1, estimated supply 0, net employee requirements -1, minus means shortage. F04, sales engineer, we need 7, but within the organization we can find 2. The balance is 5, -5. That means we have to hire 5 sales engineers from the labor market. S03, HR executive 2, forecast demand is 2, estimated supply is 1, net employee requirements -1. That means shortage. A05, driver, what is the demand? What the demand? 1. What is supply? 3. So that what is the net employee requirement? +2. What is the plus? So excellent. So there should not have shortage or surplus at any given time and put in place. Okay. Right. Then fourth one is to take some action. So strategies or steps or tactics or measures to meet the surplus also. Okay. Generally, what are the strategies that you can follow in order to meet surplus of employees? If there is a surplus, it costs to the organization. So the disadvantage is to have surplus of employees. It's very costly. So then we have to have strategies to mitigate that problem. So what are the strategies that you are going to follow if there is a surplus of employees? Voluntary retirement. Yes, you can encourage voluntary retirement. So those who are wants to retire in the time, so you can encourage. So that is a good strategy. What are the others? Stop. Yes. So immediately stop further hiring. Hiring freeze hiring. That should be the number. So there will be many strategies you can follow, but start from the least cost method. Start from the least cost method. That is the best way. Okay. So that if there are some surplus of employees, it will be firing them, terminate, but it's very costly. If you want to fire, you can do it, but it will be costly. You have to pay compensation. Right. So leave it as a last strategy. Keep it as a last. There is nothing to do. Right. You can follow the last strategy. It is impossible. But there are some more strategies you can follow. For first thing you do is hiring freeze. Immediately stop the hiring is very important. So that you can encourage voluntary retirement. What is it? Job rotation. So we have considered all the promotions, demotions, rotations, everything. So after considering everything, so we should find that there are some surplus of rotations. What are the other strategies? We can follow. Yes, there are some.
Termination is a strategy, but it is a possibility. So there will be many grievances arising from that reason. So that we have to pay compensation. So it is possible. Right, keep it as a last strategy. Termination. But before termination, there are some more things you can do. What are they? Yes. How about formal outplacement facilities? As with employers, you can do formal outplacement facility. What is my formal outplacement facility? As a good employer, you can find some job opportunity for the employees who are in excess in the organization. So for from other organizations, as a good employer, you may have some relationship with other organizations. Some of the employees are known to you. You can ask whether there are some vacancies for your employees who are in excess. Right? So as a good employer, you can help. Right, so that is called formal outplacement facility. You can provide your facilities for employees to apply for jobs in other organizations. You can give your printer to take copies. You can give your station. You can give your computer, and you can ask them to use your postal service, right, to apply for the other jobs. So you can do some soft loans even if you have financial discount. You can do some soft loans for them to start up. So self-employment, micro business, etc. So as a good employee, it's good. Understand? Okay, another strategy is you can reduce the reward expenditure, but it is very hard decision. You can't reduce the rewards for all the employees, employees must be happy. But if there is nothing to do, so rather than firing them, you can let them know, let them know. So you are in excess, so you won't be able to say everything, but give them the basic everything. So they will be happy. Understand? Right. So likewise, there are leaves of absence. You can encourage leaves of absence. So you can give, ladies and gentlemen, you are in excess, so we can give you study leave. If you want to take study leave, you can go. You can go. We will be able to give you foreign employment leave. Right nowadays, the government is promoting 5 years leave. So that's what you can do. You are principal. So they may go, and once you come back, we take you. Right? So you pay nothing during that. No pay you. Okay, that is also this strategy. Right? And the layout fees, stoppage of employment contract temporarily with the intention of rehiring. So there are some businesses subject to some business cycles. So there are seasons and off season. During season, organizations have business, but during off season, no. For example, for film industry, for example, printing industry. During off season, so you are going to lay off, right? You don't need. So during that, you can pay any allowance as a good employer. So you can rehire, and they also will be happy. So that is called layoff. So likewise, consider all the options available. Finally, so termination. It's a hard decision. Okay. Hiring freeze, attrition, incurring leaves of absence, early retirement, voluntary basis, reduction of reverse pay, layoff, formal outplacement facilities, termination. Okay, these are the strategies you can follow if there is a surplus of employee. The list is not exhaustive. There will be some other. Right. What are the strategies that you can follow if there is a shortage of employees? What are the studies you are going to follow? If there is shortage, you need. What is the formal strategy?
We can request for existing employees to
Yes, we can.
overtime.
Yes, encourage overtime. So if there is a job is vacant, you can ask your current employees to do overtime to cover up the work in the situation. So you can give overtime. They are getting overtime, right? So they need it. And job sharing. You can ask to employees share the job is vacant. They will be happy, but we have to give them at least allowance. Understand? They will be happy. So it is not that costly. What is it? Yes, so hiring contract-based employees, so they don't have right for some other benefit, right? So you can lower your cost. Problem. What else? Outsource, yes, that is a fashion nowadays. So there are many things can be outsourced. So that you need not to have your own staff. You can get things done by the employees who are belongs to another organization. So what are the activities you can outsource very easily? I get so payrolls, making payrolls, preparation of payrolls. What else? Even recruitment, there are recruitment agencies, tax services can be also. What is it? What are the most common? Any organization can do. Accounting services. What is this? And cleaning service, and how about security service? Security service, canteen service, transportation service, many governments outsource transportation, right? So there will be many, so depending on requirement, you can't outsource core business. Why core business cannot be outsourced? You can outsource many parts of the business, but not whole of the business. Yes, it is dangerous because business secret, trade secrets, it leak out to the others. Okay, so that, so finally, hiring permanent full-time employee. And there is another method which is more costly than hiring permanent employee, that is called capital substitution. What do you mean by capital substitution? What is capital substitution? Capital substitution is substituting capital for people. Right, so that means automation, using robotics. Okay, so you can use one or two or many. Right, with that we complete fourth one. We are coming fifth one. Fifth one is not here. What is the fifth one? Assessing. Yes, HRP, success of HRP. So what do you mean by assessing HRP effort? So you have to make sure that you have done a good job. You have to make sure that your project is a success. And if your project is not a success, if your plan is not a success, you can't use this plan. All the reasons that you are going to take based on that plan go wrong, right? At least to a certain extent, you have to make sure that you have done a good job. So that assess the level of the success. How are you going to assess the success? How are you going to assess? You have to do it yourself because there's nobody in the organization who knows better than you, right? So the thing is to check whether you have achieved the objectives of the resource planning. So check whether you have achieved the objectives of the plan, right? So that there are some questions that you can ask from yourself. There are some questions that you can ask from yourself. So by getting the answers to these questions, you can just determine whether the planning process is success or not. Okay, one of the questions is this. You can ask it from yourself. Was there any shortage of employees during a particular period of time in the past? Answer may be yes or no. If the answer is yes, there was a shortage of employees for 3 months period of time in the last year. This year was in success. It is not a success. Right. Then again, ask another question. So was there any surplus of employees during a particular period of time? So during last year, the answer is maybe yes or no. But if answer is no, there's no any surplus of employees during last year. Is a success or failure? The success, right? Then how about asking question with regard to forecasting? So was there any difference, big difference between estimated, forecast demand and actual demand? So sometimes there might have been a big difference, sometimes may not. So you forecast demand was 40, but actual demand was 80. Is the process success? No, it is not a success. There's a big gap. If the forecast demand is 40, actual demand is 45 or 38, so acceptable. If it is 80, double up. Understand? So finally, you can think about the cost involved. So what is the cost? So first, so incurred on the plan. The cost is too much. Is it affordable to small organizations? The small organization cannot afford that much. Right? So likewise, there are several questions that you can ask. Okay. Finally, there are some principles to be considered when during the human resource planning. There are 5 principles. What are they? Why you did not get it? Okay, so anyway, it may be with you, no? What is the first one? It should be increased Business plan. So whenever you are going to make a business plan or strategic plan, liability plan should be part and parcel. Without liability plan, you can't make a business plan. Right? So strategic plan. So if you are going to program on the business for each year, you must plan, then including excess of employee. Right? So that use it as a part and parcel of your business plan. Okay, what is the second treat? Treat it as a basic function. So these are basic function. What is the basic function? This function has to be performed before many other functions are performed. Right? So especially before recruitment, before selection, before hiring, before induction, before many other functions, you have to perform this function. Okay. What is that?
Consideration.
Yeah, considering factors. So there are several factors to be considered. Especially there are several factors to be considered when estimating and forecasting demand. We discussed 9 factors. Right, so that you have to consider all the factors. That this is not exhaustive. There will be some others. Consider all the factors that affect demand and supply. Then possibility analysis. Do a possibility analysis. So this is very, very important. We do possibility analysis when taking decision. Right? If you want to take a decision to do something, benefit should be greater than the cost incurred. That is how we take decision. But in this case, so cost is clear, but benefits are not tangible. You can't forecast, or you can't calculate the benefits. But you can clearly calculate the cost. So cost is greater than benefit. It's not good to do a business plan. Understand? Right. So finally, yes, support from other men. You can't do scale out. As the examiner, you can't do it. If other managers do not support, especially in order to estimate human resource, in order so forecasting the demand, you have to get the support from the other managers. If other managers do not cooperate, you can't do it. So you have to get support from other managers. You have to have PR. Right, with that, I want to conclude today's session, giving some planning. So, the date, our meeting was to start everything, but it is quite enough. Okay. Right, if you have any questions, see the time. Any questions? Need to go on. Right, okay, then, next content is, recruitment. We are going to do it deal. After recruitment functions be performed in selection. So upon the completion of selection, we are going to have different phase. Right, I announce the date of the selection. That is the offline test to be done in the classroom. Yes, on this time only MCQ. You will get 15 MCQ questions. You will be given only 20 minutes to do, which is that you can do it. Okay. Right. Most probably, 3 weeks time you will be able to do it. Right. Then, see you all. Is everybody fine? Everybody fine? Okay.